Now, 2021 has seen Namibia and her sportsmen and women make global headlines. Of highlight is the young sprinters Beatrice Masilingi and Olympic silver medalist Christine Mboma. While we thought those were events of 2021, Mboma started off the new year with another positive attribute when she scooped the BBC Sports Personality of the Year. Now, Isack Hamata is a sports commentator and now joins us on the line. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good evening and thanks for having me, and good evening to all the viewers.
Right. Mr. Hamata, as we've just heard, Mboma dedicated this accolade to all Namibians. What exactly does this award mean for the sports industry and the country as a whole?
It actually means much more to the country than it means anything to the industry of sports. I would like to start by saying this award, the BBC Africa Sports Personality Award, was an award that people had to vote for.
Yes.
And our girl was up against strong contenders from Kenya and South Africa.
That is amazing, considering what a small population we have here.
We are 2.5 million, exactly what I want to say. South Africa is 60 million. People voted for Mboma because of the exceptional talent and the guts that she showed on the circuit, the international circuit throughout last year. So the people of Africa and the world voted for Mboma, not because they had pity on her, but because she convinced everybody that in that 18-year-old body of hers, there was explosive talent, and much of it is still to be unearthed in the international circuit. So Namibia must be very proud of Christine. From humble beginnings, she has gone to hog the international limelight, and I think we need to support her, we need to glorify her, not in the same manner we glorify God, of course, but we need to sing her praises for as much as we can so that we encourage others who may be sitting there wondering what is at stake for them in athletics. Mboma is showing them that if you work as hard as you possibly can, the rewards will come and they will be easy. There's a slogan that says, train hard, fight easy. And Mboma has shown that. When you go through struggles and temptations, the ultimate is to obviously achieve. And she has just shown us that this BBC award is a more accolade she will still receive in the coming years.
Yes, Mr. Hamata. Now, Mboma becomes the second Namibian to scoop this BBC award. The first was Frank Fredericks. Now, do you think the country might have some other raw talents that are perhaps just yet to be discovered?
Undoubtedly. We didn't know about Mboma until a couple of years. She came to Windhoek as a very little girl. She went to President. Not many people knew about her, but just all of a sudden she just exploded. And she was running with some people. Where are those girls that she was running against? I'm sure they must, and some of them were leaving her behind. Where are they? I'm sure they are there. Once you just polish their talent, just polish them, they will come out maybe not as good as Mboma, but they can give us more than one medal than the one that Mboma has given us at the Olympics. I'm sure we have a lot of talent just waiting to be unearthed, just waiting to be given an opportunity, just waiting to be spotted at your school's events, at your regional events, wherever they are. People just need to get small exposure, the opportunity, and then we'll see a lot more boys and girls of this country hogging the international circuit.
Now, there is the question of how. How exactly then can Namibia maintain a dominant force in the Southern African sporting front? Maybe not just Southern African, but globally, that all work for the benefit of the athletes.
Look, we are holding our own currently in Southern Africa. We are not doing too bad, but we need to maintain consistency. We need to maintain our dominance and get to the top, because we are currently third or somewhere there in terms of general sports. We need to do more investment in terms of capital and more brain power into our sports. We need to professionalize our sports. Isack Hamata is a sports administrator who works from 8 to 5 and then does sports after 5. That cannot continue to happen. We must have people who sitting in offices just doing sports. We must have people just worrying about how to get our athletes out of this country. That should be their preoccupation on a daily basis. We need to make sure people have opportunities. We unearth talent. We have the aggressive talent identification programs. We put serious money behind these programs. Our schools, physical education goes back to our schools. NSSU is strengthened. That's the foundation of our sports, the schools. So if all of those structures are empowered, I'm sure we will be a world beater, not just a regional or an African contender for the top honors. We will be able to beat this world. Mboma is one person. She has beaten people from stronger nations in athletics and sports in general. What more if we can all just put our resources, our brains, our finances together as a country so that we can have more of these boys and girls come out. It's an opportunity for young people to understand that sports can become an economy. We need to give our young people that opportunity. I'm not inclined to do education, classroom education. Sports is an avenue for them to earn money to develop this country in a different way. So we need to get out there. Our brain power must be explored. Our finances must be deployed properly so that we make sure that sports, not just athletics, not just soccer, we make sure that we rise. We can do it. It's just the manner in which we do it. That is a problem in our country. We are not doing the right things right. We need to get there.
Now, Mr. Hamata, before we wrap up our conversation, I'd like to gauge your views on what you thought of these sport performances for the year 2021 and perhaps what can be done to improve where the country may have not performed optimally.
Yeah, tough one. We had dominant performances by Beatrice Masilingi and Mboma on the international circuit. We had our hockey girls qualifying for this year's World Cup indoor. We had Ananias taking silver. We had Ambala taking bronze at the Paralympics. We had our cricket team participating at the World Cup. We had Junior Jonas taking a gold medal at the 15th International Boxing Tournament. We had our under 15 participating and doing well at the ISF World Schools Games. These are all, if you look at them, in the country that was in which we were fighting COVID, in a country that doesn't put enough money behind sports. These were all good performances. The country should be proud of what our athletes in these various codes have done. Like I said before, let's put enough energy behind our sports people so that they can feel appreciated, they can encourage more people to join sports, more people to rise to the highest levels of sports and compete competently with other nations, not just at the Olympics, but where money is paid, serious money is paid, and that money comes back to our country. At the end of the day, it's the economy that must benefit. Everybody in this country must feel what those athletes are bringing from the international circuit. So, if we continue doing that, there's what Mboma can do, what Beatrice can do, and the hockey girls can do, and cricket can do. Let's sustain that. Let's put more money, let's put more attention, let's encourage these people so that we can have more of those on the international circuit. Locally also, we need to, our infrastructure must be top form. We are struggling with infrastructure. We are struggling with administrators and coaches. We are struggling with education level. So we need to beef up collectively all of these things so that we can get to an optimal level of sports leadership and management in our country.
Thank you so much, sir, for making our time to speak to us this evening.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
That was sport commentator Isack Hamata talking to us about everything sport.